Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. So in today's video, I actually just wanted to share a little bit about I've had some really intense spirit visitations lately. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to share them here and just to kind of recount those experiences for you. I always find stuff like this so interesting. So I kind of thought that the audience here would also find this really interesting. One of these stories is about a spirit guide. One of these stories is about a ghost. I have, since I was a child, always attracted attention from spirits. It's just, maybe everyone does, and maybe I'm just picking up on it, or maybe it's something about like my energy, my light, my awareness, my consciousness, or something that really, it just seems to attract ghosts wherever I go. They are very like interested or curious in me, maybe because they know that I can see them, maybe, or maybe it's something else, I don't know. So actually, let's start with that. If I could just ask, does anyone else here feel that way? Like, is there anyone watching? Please share. That feels like if there's a ghost or a spirit in the room, it's gonna come and try to interact with them. Like you're that person in that space, right? And so that being said, then you probably can't go anywhere that's haunted without being like bothered in a way. Not that it's always a bother, but you know what I mean? Like just that they're gonna try to like get your attention and that kind of stuff. So just be really curious about that. So which one do I want to share first? I'm gonna share these two accounts of what happened in chronological order. So I'm gonna share the one about the spirit guide first. Okay, just because it was really like powerful and beautiful. And I share this just also so that like, a lot of the times when I share these kinds of things, it's not just for entertainment, though it is very entertaining, but you can then also like see in your own life maybe where something like this is happening. Okay, so I had a really down day earlier this week. Like with my mental health, I was really struggling with my energy, my just having nothing to give, feeling super drained. It was a really hard day. So I let myself feel that day, which is needed. But then the next day I had like quite a lineup of clients, and I really needed to like find the energy and also because of the work that I do, I need to have a high vibration in order to do it at all, right? So if I can't get there, I can't do my job, because my job is connecting people with messages from their spirit team. Whether that be like if they choose a past life reading, then I've got to get that information, or meet your guides, or the breakthrough sessions, which are so powerful. So I need to raise my frequency up to be able to match that of the person I'm trying to connect with. So if I'm trying to talk to someone's higher self or their angels or their guides, I need to get my vibration, my frequency way, way, way up to connect with that being. Otherwise, I can't hear them, see them, feel them, understand what they're saying. Like it's just a super big strain. So the higher my frequency, the more flow, the more easier things go, the more details I get, the more it just like rocks that client's world with like synchronicities and details and just like amazing aha moments. So it's really serious. Like I take it very seriously that I respect my vibration above all else, because it is how I do my work. And I mean, also it is how I want to be. And that's also one of the reasons why like I won't like drink alcohol, do drugs, smoke cigarettes. It pulls your vibration down. And I can't, and caffeine even I find now does that. So as I'm getting more sensitive, I have to let go of the things that pull down my vibration, because it's really important for me to just always keep mine high, or at least be able to get there relatively quickly. So back to the story, I was trying to get there relatively quickly because I just had this really shitty day the day before. And so now the day of, I'm trying to raise up my vibration before the first client. How do I do that? I was stretching my body with some meditation music going. Then I did some exercise, like a little mini workout. And then I was meditating for a while. And then I was playing music and dancing, and like I find like just jumping up and down even will like really raise my frequency. And then as I was getting ready for the Zoom meeting, I was like putting on some makeup. I had some YouTube videos playing. I specifically had playing Leor Alexandra. She's awesome. If you're not following her, I really like her. she just has like a very divine, feminine, gentle way about her, and she always uplifts me when I'm feeling low. So that's someone that's great. Like, it's like a comfort to have her on in the background. Just amazing soul. So I had that going and everything. So I was ready to go. I had my outfit on. I'm ready to go, but I wanted to give like one last prayer to my team to just like really support me. Because when you have like a really bad day like that, it almost shakes your confidence a little bit. So then I'm like, okay, guys, like, I did this little prayer. And so I said in the prayer, like, I am putting myself in service to the light. I'm putting myself in service to others, to their spiritual growth and awakening, their highest selves, helping them find their highest timeline, getting them on their path, connecting them to their team so that they can get those messages that are like crucial. So because I'm putting myself into this, throwing myself into service, please support me, raise me up, lift up my frequency and my vibration, and let me know that you're here. Let me feel your presence. Okay? So I said this little prayer, did a quick bathroom break because I'm about to get on a long call, came out from the bathroom into the kitchen to like grab my tea that I had just made. And I was stopped dead in my tracks because I came out of the bathroom. I like come out of the bathroom. I look up. I'm about to walk into the kitchen. I'm just like, the entire kitchen was filled with mist. Honest to God, mist, like misty fog. And I was just like, and my whole body, starting from the bottom, washed up with goosebumps, like a chill, like whoosh. And then I like heard in my clairaudience, in my mind's ear, we are with you. I am here. And it was so powerful, such a huge show of support that I was just so moved to tears. And it was a guide that I love working with. It was a unicorn guide. And yeah, it was this divine masculine unicorn guide and showed up so powerfully and even created like a visual for me. So I do want to talk about the mist quickly. So I don't know about you, but like even when I was a kid, I would see mist that nobody else could see, or maybe some people could, but not everyone, in doorways, in corners, in graveyards. I still see mist in graveyards. If I go through a graveyard, I see mist, and sometimes it moves too, like it's traveling. So for me, that's like a sign that spirit is with me. It's there. It's literally right where the mist is. That's how my maybe third eye, maybe no, it was like physical eyes, like I'm seeing it. It wasn't in my mind's eye. It was very much in the room. That's just how I perceive it. And so it was just really special and really cool because I had literally just asked, like, just show me. Like, I know you're here. I do. I know that you're here. I know that you're supporting me, but can you just give me, like, I need the confidence right now. I need the confirmation. Getting confirmation is so nice. Can you just like kind of prove it to me or just really show me that you're here so that I can be like, okay, I got this. And that's what I walked out to. I came out from making that prayer into this kitchen full of mist, huge wash of these goosebumps. And then that in my mind, like, we are with you. I'm here. I was like, whoa, like, thank you so much. I was like, oh. It was so nice. And then, like, in case you're wondering, that session went great. I had back-to-back clients. They went great. It went great. I did fine. It was fine. Like, I totally got there with my frequency. So that was really special. Okay, so that's the first one. Just wanted to share that because it was special. It was powerful. The second one was really different. So, was it yesterday? Yesterday. What day is it today? Today's Thursday. This is going live Sunday. So anyway, earlier in the week. Today's Thursday. Yesterday on Wednesday, I went and got a massage, which was so nice. I never treat myself to this. This was a gift from someone, actually, my friend. If you're watching, Marcel, thank you so much. Your gift card has been so bountiful. I got 2 massages out of it. So I went for a massage before the wedding, and then this was my second one. I went yesterday. And the lady that was doing the massage for me, she actually took me upstairs this time to a room that wasn't in the first time. And it was different. It was like it's a house that's been kind of like transformed into a business. And at the top, it almost felt like an attic in a way. It was like the walls kind of came down on this sharp angle like an attic. And there was like this little bathroom and then this massage room. And so I meet with the masseuse. She like walks me up. and then says like, hi, how you doing today or whatever. And then she leaves me to get undressed. And when she left, I got like undressed and was getting under the blankets. And the door, the main door of this room, clicked open and like creaked a little bit and was open like that much. So I have experienced this before with spirits. This is something that they do. I lived in a house before in Canada, in Campbellford, Ontario, just for reference. And this would happen all the time, but only in one specific room where this spirit was living. It was the mother of the son that used to own the house. Anyway, she would open the door all the time. But like when you were walking by so that you would notice, she was just trying to get attention, because she was, you know, suffering in some different ways. We don't need to go down that. I think I've told that story before here on this channel in one of my videos. But anyway, I know that when doors crack open like that, that it means, it can just mean, like, I know it's not always this. It can mean maybe the structural, you know, positioning of the house shifted, maybe. But a lot of the time it's actually spirit. So, I mean, if that's happened to you at a workplace or in your home, maybe check and see if there's a spirit there that you haven't like recognized until now. So anyway, but it wasn't just that. Like the door unlatched, which was loud, like you know, like the sound of like a door unlatching from the handle, like turning, and then it creaked a little open. And I was like, interesting, because I also sensed a presence of, I would say, curiosity, which a lot of the time I feel that, because like I said earlier in this, like I tend to attract ghosts and they tend to be really curious. So you kind of just feel like someone's watching you, but they're also really curious. It wasn't harmful in any way. I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I let that go. And then my masseuse lady came in and she was working on me. It was an amazing massage, by the way. So I don't know if there's an off chance that Linda is watching this. You are incredible. So anyway, like halfway through the massage, because she came in and closed the door again, sets her music up and gets started. And then like maybe 30 minutes later, maybe not even, the door does it again. And I hear it, like I know, like I've got my eyes closed, but I like hear the click, and it opened again. I'm like, okay, interesting. So while I'm being massaged, I'm just going to tune into this and see what it is. So I tuned into it and I had this vision of a little girl and she was like peeking through the door and she was watching me, but actually more interested in my guide. And again, it was the same divine masculine unicorn guide. So this particular guide's like very protective of me whenever I'm having anything done, like Reiki, massage, anything like that. He tends to like really be there close and watching over. So I'm not surprised that he was there, though I don't really know that I tuned into the fact that he was there until I saw her see him. So this little girl like comes into the room, a little ghost girl, comes into the room and she's looking not so much really that curious or interested in me actually at all, but like looking at the unicorn and being like, whoa, like, wow, this is so magnificent and magical. And that she could see him is really cool too. And so I think she was French, because I don't know, you just know, sometimes it's claircognizance where you just know. So I felt like she was French. And then she said that her name was Angelique, which I think is French as well. And I don't know anything about the area, if there were like French settlers. This was in Marion, Massachusetts. So I don't know. I just know what I experienced. And so she came into the room and so she was looking at the unicorn and stuff. And I was just like watching and seeing her interact with him. But whenever I come across a spirit, a ghost, I'm usually very concerned with what they need. Like, why are you still here? What do you need? Because an earthbound spirit is generally not a happy spirit. It means they haven't crossed over after they died. And honestly, like, I don't think I've ever met a happy ghost. It doesn't mean they're all angry or sad. It just means they're trapped and powerless, and usually stuck in some kind of a loop or something, like emotionally, or they don't even realize they've died. Like, I don't know. It feels really important to me to cross them over if that's what they want, to let them know that that's an option. But before you can even offer that, you need to know, what do they need? Like, why are they still around? So I did ask her, the little girl, like, why are you here? Like, what do you need? Why are you here? What are you looking for? And she said, I am supposed to wait for my mama. Like, I have to wait here for my mama. And then I had this vision of her mom at the front door at the bottom of the house saying, like, I'll be back. Don't let anyone in. Don't go anywhere until I get back. And then they parted, and then something happened to her mother. So her mother never came home. So obviously something also happened to the little girl. So I don't know what tragedy was involved. I just know that they were separated. And when the little girl died, her spirit or ghost continued on the wait. And she really felt like she should not leave until her mom told her, and she wanted to be, you know, a good little girl, and she wanted to be reunited with her mother. So I immediately, after hearing that, I asked Archangel Michael, where's her mother? Can you go and locate her? And it's amazing, like literally, like the adventures you can go on while laying on a massage table. Because all of this, I'm still being massaged during all of this. I just have my eyes closed, and I'm just like creating this situation and getting things moving. So I asked Archangel Michael, can you locate her mom? So when I see him locating her, I see that he has to go down to do it. So she was actually in like a lower dimensional world, which just means like, that's not good. That's like usually suffering. Like, she's been suffering badly since whatever happened, and maybe in the way that she died. I don't know. I didn't pry for the details. I just know that she's lower than 3D. Okay, so that's like, we're getting into like demonic realms, underworlds, dark entities, like lower. So she's down in there. So, but Archangel Michael, he brings her back. So he obviously had a way that he could communicate with her, even in her state, where he could say, I need to take you to your daughter. Do you want to go? And then she would have had to given her free will and say yes. Like, probably she was also looking for her daughter the same way her daughter was looking for her. Okay. So then she comes up and she pops into the room now, where the little girl is, where I am. She looks rough. Okay. Like, she looks almost like, I would just say like what you would visualize like a zombie looking like, in tattered clothing, and her face being like kind of degenerated, like degraded in some way, like where it's like breaking down. What's the word of that? Why can't I think of that word? Hold on one sec. I hate when words escape me. When something organic starts to break down and it decompose. Oh my God, why was that so hard? Okay, so like basically she looked rough. Okay. And her daughter didn't even flinch. She recognized her right away, ran into her arms and hugged her. That didn't even bother her at all. She knew that was her mother, and she was just so grateful to see her. So that was really nice. So now we have this like reuniting happening between these two souls that have been suffering and lonely and powerless. So beautiful. So then, of course, I want to give them the option to cross over. And that's not something that you can force. You do not force, I'm crossing you over into the light. You just let them know that that's an option, and I like to show it to them. So I had the unicorn guide, this divine masculine unicorn, because the little girl really wanted to go for a ride. So I said, I encouraged him, can you take them both? Take them to the light, right? So he like gets down on, because he's really big and tall, he gets down lower for them, and they get on his back, and he flies them to the tunnel, a tunnel of light, which is what it looks like for me. Which I've seen before personally, because I've had a near-death experience. It's real. When people say they see a light at the end of the tunnel's real, okay? It's crazy. So he takes them to the edge of the tunnel, and I get to watch from where I am. Like, I get to still be a part of this, because I send my consciousness with them. Astral travel is amazing. So he gets to the tunnel on our side of heaven, and he gets down so that they can get off, and he says to them, this is as far as I'm allowed to go. You have to make the decision to walk through the tunnel of your own accord. And if you want to go into the light, you will have so many like friends, family, angels, healers. They're just waiting for you. And there you will be safe with your daughter. And so the mother and the daughter took hands, and I saw them starting through the tunnel, and they're kind of like, whoa, like looking up at it. And at the end of the tunnel, I'm trying to see too, but it's limited to what, I could see. But I saw this vision at the end of the tunnel of all these smiling faces waiting for them. And like, come on, you're doing it, like encouraging them. It was so sweet. Yeah, just really beautiful. So, I mean, during a massage, I met a little ghost girl, reunited her with her mother, whom got pulled out of like a darker realm, and then crossed them over into the light. So we're always doing our work, no matter where we are, even in moments of relaxation like this. When it arises and there's a need, I will do it, no matter where I am. And I wonder too, like sometimes if the people in the room, like Linda, this wonderful woman, if she felt or because sometimes the people that are really sensitive will also kind of pick up on a bit of what's going on, maybe, or at least a presence that was happening. So it was just really special. It was just really cool. So that's just kind of like how I react to encountering a ghost, whether it's a sweet little girl or an aggressive something, like angry, whatever it is. I just have like the utmost compassion and love for them, and I understand that they do not understand the situation that they're in, the options that they have, and I want to enlighten them of their choices always. So I will always stop and do that, even if it takes like obviously time out of my day or whatever. But then it just got me thinking, like, just as an afterthought, it just got me thinking, like, why did it have to be me? Like, why did they have to wait so long? Like, for instance, couldn't Archangel Michael or Archangel Haniel or someone have already done this reuniting work? Like, why did I have to like orchestrate that for it to happen and work? I did want to understand that. Like, why aren't all of the ghosts being given some kind of service or help? I don't know that I have the answer, but what I did see when I asked that question is that, like, I just happened to go to that house though and encounter this and be like aware enough, have my psychic gifts, my awareness trained enough to be able to pick up on what's going on and be able to do something. And like Archangel Haniel, she's not just like in every house checking things out, but maybe it also has to do with the fact that I am a human. Like, I'm in a human and I am a human in this life. And being a human gives you certain access to humanity, to Earth, to the realms here on Earth. So sometimes I think that it takes a human's free will, desire, putting themselves into service to initiate, like ambition and initiation, I guess, to make things happen. Because I will say also, like, there are other situations where I'm doing like work on the Earth grid, and I'm calling, like with my membership group, we do stuff like that. We work on the planetary grid, we work on the ley lines, we do a lot. We try to do a lot for Gaia and humanity and the collective consciousness. And then we can call in the angels to assist us, and they're so excited and eager to be given that opportunity. So it's almost like they can't do it without like a human. I don't know, does anybody have any thoughts on that? I'd be really interested to read below what you think. Because everyone has a piece of the puzzle here to what the truth is. Yeah, because it's like, I can invite in higher dimensional beings. I can invite in the angels, but I almost have to put initiate it, start the process, lead it. Like I often find that, I lead these events and these things. So I don't know, maybe that's the same here in this case with this pretty little girl, Angelique, whom I'm just so grateful that I could help, and I hope that she's with her mother and that they are thriving and healing. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to share those two very cool instances of like spirit visitations that I had recently. If you want to, and you're experiencing stuff like this, the veil is getting so thin as we go further along this ascension process. So please share below if you have also been having this lately. Like, it's not really common for that to happen. Like, I think that was like back to back those 2 days. So that was wild. So I'm kind of like loving it. I actually love it. I would love it if every day I had something that miraculous happen. And I just feel like I'm being of service and helping so much. I just love it. So anyway, that's all I have to say. If you want to like have experiences like this, like very real experiences like this, join the membership. Oh my God, we do very real things all the time with realms, worlds, dimensions, beings, ghosts, spirits, higher dimensional beings, galactic beings, angels. Like, we are in it. So definitely click the link in the description of this video. Check out what's involved in that membership. And I mean, I can't even put into words, like in the description of the membership, I can't say everything that we do. We do so much, but I do try to give you like a rundown of what it's like to be a member. It's every single week. Every single week we get to do something cool. So I just did a group reading like a couple of hours ago. Those are so challenging and so much fun. I literally have fallen in love with group readings. They used to scare the shit out of me because doing a reading for one person can often be in depth. Imagine trying to do it for a whole group, like where everybody gets 10 or 15 minutes and you have to move on, move on, move on, and just get to everyone. It's like, and be on your game, like big time. It's so fun though. I love it. So I don't know, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, join the membership. Make sure that you are subscribed here to this channel for new videos every single week on Starseed Academy. I do have different content on Instagram, especially in my stories and stuff. Well, I mean, in my posts too, it's just different. So if you are interested in, if you're resonating with me, like if we resonate, if you vibing with me, if you be vibing, come on over to Instagram and follow me there, because there is like a ton of stuff that's going on over there as well. And I'd love to have you. Other than that, thank you so much for being here for this video. And please remember, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. Thank you, beautiful star seeds. I love you. Have a good day. Bye.